The truth occurs. The truth occurs.
Hi everyone. I'd like to address a question that's on a lot of people's minds these days. Jared Lee Loughner. Why did he do it? Was it because he listened to the radio? Or was he under mind control? Or was he just serving the devil? Well, here's a video by a YouTube user, The Daily Conspiracy. Top stories number 4, possible Gifford mind control trigger. And he explores the possibility that if he was under mind control, that he was triggered by this. Something from Sarah Palin. Sarah Pack called for Arizona Congresswoman to be targeted, and then here's this little classified ad, upcoming events, Saturday, December 6, 2010, get on target for victory in November, help remove Gabrielle Giffords from office, shoot a fully automatic M16 with Jesse Kelly. And here's a little map. It says 20 House Democrats from districts we carried in 2008 voted for the health care bill. It's time to take a stand. And they all have targets on them. And Gabrielle Giffords is one of them. So could this have been used as a mind control trigger to send Jared Lee Loughner on his mission? Today I was listening to Alex Jones and David Icke talk about this, and you know, I guess there's a possibility. David Icke knows a lot about mind control, and you know, he points out that they can use media as the trigger. It doesn't have to be the gun in your pocket or a word that somebody says to you personally. It could be something like that. But I'd hate to think that Sarah Palin was involved with this, because I've always kind of liked Sarah Palin. But anyway, here was from Uncover the News. DHS links Jared Loughner to American Renaissance. See, this was an example of them trying to link him to American Renaissance, say that he was some kind of racist, although American Renaissance said that he wasn't on their mailing list, he'd never been to their events, and this was totally unsubstantiated. But that was the kind of thing they were trying to do. Maybe it's because Gabrielle Giffords is Jewish and he hates Jews? In this article on Prison Planet, Jared Loughner is a product of Sheriff Dupnick's office. They explain that the sheriff's office had actually received several calls that Loughner had been making death threats to many people in Pima County, including staff of Pima Community College. Remember, he had a beef with them. Radio personalities and local bloggers. If he had been into blogs and talk radio, it'd be kind of weird that he was making death threats against them. And was that why he killed the congresswoman? I don't think so. Oh, and by the way, his friends said that he wasn't into politics. The sheriff's office decided not to press any kind of charges, said he was being handled appropriately by the mental health authorities, whatever that means. They mention here that he also had a family member, Amy Loughner, who I later found out was his mother. She's a natural resource specialist for the Pima County Parks and Recreation. So could it have been that they didn't want to press any charges because they didn't want someone who was related to someone working for the government having these kind of charges against him? Maybe because of connections they didn't do it, or maybe for political reasons. I don't know, but they didn't press any charges where you'd think they should have. So was it because he was under mind control, or because he had weird political beliefs, or was it because he served the devil? Because you see here on a Daily News, Gabrielle Giffords shooting, frightening twisted shrine in Arizona killer Jared Lee Loughner's yard, and check this out. He had this shrine with a skull and dried out oranges. Looks pretty satanic to me. That looks like some kind of devil worship to me. I'd say that probably had something to do with why he acted the way he did. And it turns out he was fixated on Gabrielle Giffords. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Suspect fixated on Giffords. It turns out he'd known Giffords since at least 2007. Well, he had met her at one of these, meetings that she did, where he said something to her. She responded in Spanish, and maybe this was enough for him to have a permanent, chip on his shoulder against her. It says in this article that in a safe at Mr. Loughner's home, they found a letter from Ms. Giffords' office thanking him for attending a 2007 Congress on Your Corner event in Tucson. The safe also held an envelope with handwritten notes, including the name of Ms. Giffords, as well as "I planned ahead, my assassination," and what appeared to be Mr. Loughner's signature, according to an FBI affidavit. So maybe this really was some kind of personal thing against Gabrielle Giffords, but why? He wasn't into politics. He'd only met her once. So why? Well, according to Rense.com, media caught hiding fact Loughner is Jewish. Not that he killed her because he was Jewish, but remember they were saying maybe he killed her because she was Jewish. I mean, he was some kind of, white supremacist and involved with American Renaissance, right? Well, it turns out actually he was Jewish. And not only that, but he was a member of his family was a member of the same synagogue that Gabrielle Giffords was a member of. And it was a very small synagogue of only 140 families. So the rabbi had to know that they were both there, and somehow this was concealed from the media. And you would think that if they went to the same small synagogue, that they may have actually known each other. So it looks to me like, I don't know if he was under mind control, but he was definitely serving the devil, and he was definitely crazy. Serving the devil will make you crazy. He was definitely very unstable, and he definitely had some kind of history with Gabrielle Giffords. So I don't know, did he receive some kind of trigger to finally go and kill her? I don't know. But the media has been trying to use this to, again, bring up gun control. And Congresswoman McCarthy, whose sole mission in life is gun control, she's trying to, outlaw the type of bullets that he used. It's so ridiculous. I mean, if somebody wants to kill people, you think outlawing a type of bullet's going to make any difference? That's a really stupid solution. Maybe instead, they should outlaw serving the devil. Well, anyway, these are the kinds of things that, the media is trying to make people think had something to do with this rampage that he went on. And then CBS did a poll, and polls are always interesting. Here's an article from All Access that mentions the CBS poll. It says the CBS News poll said that while a plurality of Americans think Tucson shooter Jared Lee Loughner was probably motivated by politics to shoot Representative Gabrielle Giffords, a majority, 57%, do not think that the, quote, harsh political tone in America had anything to do with the shooting. So they take these polls to see how well their propaganda is working. It's good to see that the majority aren't buying it, but it's disturbing to see that you still have, 43% who are buying it. And you kind of got to wonder, how can those people be so clueless? The polls are interesting because what the media is doing here is they're telling you a bunch of nonsense, lying to you, treating you like children, trying to, manipulate your thoughts and your beliefs, and then they take a poll to see how well they're doing. That's what the poll is for. They don't believe it. Well, we're going to have to change our strategy. They're not just taking polls because they really care what you're thinking. They're taking polls to see if the propaganda is working. So, the take-home message here is, keep fighting that info war, because people are waking up. People aren't just, placidly believing whatever they're told on the news. So keep putting that information out. Keep blogging and keep vlogging. Keep talking about it on the radio, because people are waking up. So thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.